Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today, as we're relaxing as per usual. Yeah. I was going to say it's a bit of a later recording, but it's not actually about late, 8:30. We'll be doing drawing club in just a moment, so I'm just sort of recording now to get it out of the way. But basically, most of today I spent doing a glam up, to be honest. As I mentioned before, I'm going on holiday in a week or so. I've got no spare Animal Crossing videos recorded, so I think I'm going to have to record quite a lot tomorrow. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Good evening, everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 8:31 PM on Saturday, May 2nd, 2026. So probably I'm going to record like 10 episodes or something tomorrow, if all goes well. We'll see. I don't know. Because yeah, initially I was going to record today, but now our drawing club has moved to today. And I didn't record yesterday because I don't remember why necessarily. I think I was trying to do my Umu Musume runs to make sure I didn't get kicked out of the club. That sounds about right. No, that couldn't have been yesterday. I don't know why. Maybe I had a stomachache. No, that was the day before. I don't know. Who knows, to be honest. But yeah, today's Saturday. So I had a bit of a glam up, you know. I went to get a lot of things basically done. A lot of things I don't usually do, to be honest. Like I often say about the fact that I trim my hair at home. I don't actually go to a hairdresser to get it cut. I get it cut like very, very rarely. Like the last time I got it cut, I think might have been 3-4 years ago or something. The rest of the time I've just basically been cutting it myself at home. But this time I was like going on holiday and I wanted to get it cut considerably shorter, so I was like, it makes sense, let's get it done by a proper professional who knows what they're doing. So I have. Oh gosh, it's like punched my glasses into my face. And it was actually really great. Like I went to quite a fancy upscale place, and I went to someone who is very good at exactly what knows what he's doing. He asked me a lot of questions. Like I showed him like the general reference photos I had of like what ideas I wanted or what I liked the look of, but I wasn't like sure of like what directions to take it, what would look best to me, etc, etc. And yeah, he asked me some questions of like what I wanted as well, and I raised some good points basically purely from just my answers alone. And he was like, I can tell by the way you answered about this, and maybe you're leaning this way a bit more, or well, he asked us like which way are you sort of like leaning, and I said I think this one's the one I'm most feeling. And then he was like, yeah, I was going to say that by the way you answered, like how confident you were about this one. And I was like, I didn't even realize that. But yeah, he just like was very clear about what he was doing all the time. You know, it was like, is this lamp good? Like, what do you think about this? And then he even like voiced his opinion, where he was like, I think we should go a bit shorter here. And I was like, absolutely, go for it. I was like, at this point, like, I'm fully trusting you. You've shown your stuff. You've shown that you can explain it well, and you've shown that you fully understand what I want. And he cut it, and now it's done. And he even like did a nice sort of blow dry and curl at the end, which I would not often always do, but you might as well do after a haircut. And it looks great. It looks fantastic. It's significantly shorter than what I had before. Like it's basically at about shoulder length. While my hair, like for the past 2 decades or something, has been like down to my belly button or something. Has just been extremely long. And it was only like in recent months I cut it up to like my chest, and then it was like a week or two ago I cut it to just like my my collarbones essentially. So yeah, that was the first part in a 3-part glam up process. The second one I did is I got my nails done, BIAB or Biable. I don't actually know what that stands for, to be honest. Let's see. Builder in a bottle, which is like a stronger version of a lacquer nail polish I usually do. And I actually got like some fancy designs done because I was like, you know, I'm going on holiday, I want it to look good, I want it to look fancy, so I got some things which are wisteria inspired. I would say they kind of look more like bluebells, to be honest, because wisteria like nice. I'm not sure how well they translate to looking like nail art necessarily. So I specified this, and yes, this was what I requested, by the way. And it was super, super pretty, and it's so fancy. It's the fanciest nails I've ever done, and they for sure are going to last compared to my lacquer ones, which start chipping like by day 3 or something, which is good because I need us to last for about like 3. Is it 3? Let me think. Yeah, more or less 3 weeks, right? From this point onwards. So that's all done. And the final thing I've done is something which I've not done before, which I got lash extensions, which I think I've spoken about before, like wanting to try them, but like there's not really much reason to. I feel like I think the biggest reason is definitely the sort of thing where it's like, oh, on holiday, the alternative is I put falsies in every single day, and I'm like, that sounds like a real pain. I do not want to do that if I can avoid it. So yeah, this is me avoiding it. It's me very much instead just being like, I'll just have these fake eyelashes in all the time, and then they'll be exactly, hopefully, what I want. And yeah, but they look very good. They're nice, sort of light, fluffy, airy. Apparently cat's eye in nature, which I don't know. I think it means that they're longer basically at the ends rather than anywhere else. Is that what it means? Let's see. Eyelash extension cat eye. Kitten eyelash. Fox or kitten. Slanted fan shape, longer towards the outer quarter. Yeah. I got back because apparently it follows like my eye shape very well, and I'm like, you're the expert. I trust this. So yeah, I've had a bit of a glam up, quite a change to my look, mind you. Like her hair's definitely very different. But I feel like a lot of the people I interact with often have now seen you with like short shoulder length hair, so now, but I don't think that change up is as crazy, although it is now like layered properly and everything. Yeah, the person who did my hair was actually so good as well, because he also like cut in a way where, because I normally wear glasses, and he cut in a way which takes that into account essentially, where like the way it frames also falls very nicely around my glasses, and I'm like, that's brilliant. How do you do that? I don't know, but I mean, it's absolutely fascinating to watch like an absolute expert, a professional, just do extremely well, you know. Just perform their craft, not even so to speak. So yeah, I'm glad to have his glam up. I'm glad to now be back, and I will say, yeah, I think the eyelashes are definitely the biggest difference. Like that's one which I think is very, very visible, but it's also not that visible at the same time, because it'd be like, oh, it's just kind of like you're wearing makeup. But I was like, oh, surprise, I'm not wearing makeup. I will say I am still getting used to them. Like I feel like while wearing them, my eyes feel very tired all the time, but I can't sleep yet. But it also might just be the fact that I had some coffees today because I woke up pretty early. It wasn't really my intention to have coffee necessarily, but I was just like, I was super early to everything, so I was just like, I'm gonna grab a coffee and sort of like just wait in a coffee shop essentially, while I bide my time for my appointments in between. Should I done all 3 of them on one day? Actually, I quite like doing all 3 of them on one day, because it means that like you just sort of get them all done. Like if I'm gonna travel this far to get a portion of it done, why would I not stay out here to also get the rest of it done, you know? That's kind of my perspective. Is it a flawed perspective? Probably. Do I care? No. Yeah, I don't really remember where I was going with that, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's fun to have a glam up, and it's something I've wanted to do for a while, to have like a proper glam up, properly like look very pretty and fancy. You know? So that's basically what happened. And now I reap the benefits. Which might be a bit of a dramatic way to say it. Basically the benefits is I'm going to look super pretty, hopefully on vacation. Without a lot of hassle which comes with it at the same time. Because that's the thing, it's like, it's one thing to do it, but the most important part was the fact that it was going to save me a lot of hassle in doing things. I don't know. Otherwise, what's the point, you know? What would be the point of doing something which is a waste of time? Yeah, do I have a profound point to follow on from that? No, not really. I'm just happy. Like, I don't know. I think getting a haircut is actually genuinely one of the most fun things. Just because it's fun to sort of play around with your hair afterwards, be like, look how long it is. Well, crazy, huh? But yeah, having a nice glam up. What is nice? What more can I say, to be honest? Yeah, I feel like definitely I'm getting a little bit sleepy. That's right. I will power through. I mean, some of it also I think is probably because something's like if I wear false eyelashes for a long time, I end up getting pretty sleepy. And to be fair, I actually slept through most of my eyelash appointment because you're just laying down most of the time, and it's a couple of hours long. So there's really like not much you need to do. So I mean that's why I slept through it. Not in a bad way, not in a way which was hopefully not disrespectful or anything. It was just more like, what else am I gonna do? You know, might as well sleep. I'll just sleep. Yeah. Um, yeah. I don't know what I was talking about. Sorry, I was just like, my mind is like elsewhere at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. A glam up is always nice. So right now I'm resting my eyes. And hopefully it'll be fine. We'll see how it goes, you know. It was all very experimental. And what I learned is, obviously, haircut, yeah, absolutely will get. I mean, I already know I like haircuts, they're just kind of expensive or like would take time to go to. But I think like bundled with the fact that on special occasions I would absolutely get my nails done. Like, because again, I think this is really fun. Mainly because I like the sturdiness of these nails. I don't mind, like, I like my lacquer nails because there's a lot of flexibility in when I can do them and how quickly I can change them out like that. And I was considering maybe like picking up a bit of nail art with them, but the thing is, which always annoyed me about them, is that they'd end up chipping pretty quickly, and like some of the colours are a lot weaker than the others. Like the whites, the marshmallows I have, my colours are so thin and so weak. But anytime I put them on, like sometimes they get like indents into them, like literally the day of. Like when I'm sleeping, like where the imprint of like the fold of my pillows or my bed sheets or something sometimes gets imprinted onto them, and I'm like, that's not what I want. But these ones are so sturdy. They should be like pretty scratch resistant, probably pretty like chip resistant, and they should last a good while, which is why I'm excited for them. And I think there's a lot of nice fun expression. Because also it's like, oh, well, you know, now I don't have to learn how to do this incredibly difficult, complicated pattern, you know, they can do it much better than I can. And you might say that there is a lot of merit in being able to learn how to do it yourself, and that's totally fair, but, sorry, I just like bumped my microphone again. And to me, I don't think I get that sort of joy from nail art specifically. I just like having pretty nails to look at. And I can say mine are very pretty at the moment. Nice and shimmery as well. Very floral. And don't know, floral motifs always appeals to me. Lashes, we will see, because I really like the look of them, but I think if it depends if they're worth a squeeze or not. Not in a price way, but like the maintenance sort of way. Because they eventually do sort of fall out, and if it does end up making like drying out my eyes permanently or making them like super itchy, then it's obviously not worth it. But I think it should be okay. I think it's just getting used to them. Like one thing I was very concerned about was because I wear glasses a lot of the time. I was like, are we going to brush into them? But then the eyelash technician also took it, like she asked me during it, like, do I wear glasses all like very often all the time? And I was like, oh, yeah, most days I do. And she was very careful to put them on in such a way that they wouldn't interfere with that. And I was like, dang, I didn't even know that was an option. But lo and behold, here it is. And lo and behold, it has been done. So yeah, I think it's fun. It's a fun glam up. And like it's fun to glamorize yourself. And that has been done. Yeah. What's on the next of a glam up list? I don't know what else I would do on glam. Like maybe a few days before, get like a full facial or something like that. Pedicure, I guess, as well, could be possible. A lot of the times, like, I don't even paint my own toenails, and like my reasoning being like, no one's gonna see my feet. Why do I need to? Well, need to is not the right word, but why would I? I guess yeah. Trying to think what else. Dye my hair, that's a bit extreme maybe. I guess that kind of goes under haircut, right? Get some new clothes, already got some new clothes. Wardrobe upgrade. I don't know what other sort of like fashion based things there are. Ears pierced maybe, like a different one. I don't know, that's not something you can do every time, right? Well, I mean, people can. I won't, though. Yeah. That's that, really. And I think on that note, I guess I'll round this episode off here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see you again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.